But yeah, it's like Think About the Days. It's just an instrumental vocal piece. That's Why God Made the Radio. Isn't It Time? Spring Vacation. The Private Life of Bill and Sue. It's kind of a funny title. Shelter. Daybreak Over the Ocean. Um, Beaches in Mind. Strange World. From There and Back Again. Pacific Coast Highway and Summer's Gone. Do you want me to go first? Do you want to go first? Up to you.
Yeah, go for it. Kick it up.
Sure. So going into this, I did not know what to expect. I did not know what to experience, but listening to it from start to finish, and that's why I go. I say this a lot on our podcast and on our YouTube channel. If you can listen to an album from start to finish, you have a better experience with the record. Personally, that's personally what I've experienced. So listening to Think About the Days into That's What Got Me on the Radio, I was very excited about that. I liked the instrumental harmonization of that opening track, and then going that into That's What God Made the Radio. Great opener to the album, and there's a line in the song that's spreading the love of sunshine to the whole new generation, and that's really what kind of this album was to an extent too. Isn't It Time? It's a really nice song about like it's got kind of a love song, but it's really catchy at the same time. It's really good. I really liked it a lot actually. Spring Vacation. I like the Spring Vacation, and with this part moving forward on the record, it kind of like not took a dip, but it just was a little bit less of a as I went on listening to it. But Spring Vacation, to the Private Life of Bill and Sue, Shelter, Daybreak Over the Ocean, you know, all the way to Beaches in Mind, to Strange World. The album kind of started off really strong, and then it plateaued after that. Like not in a bad way, but just it plateaued just a little bit. Like it kind of like leveled out. Like it didn't go too high, it didn't go too low. It kind of like maintained a level of like, okay, these are the songs that we're gonna listen to now, and it flowed nicely. It didn't flow very too high or too low. Like this song is great, this song is bad. It kind of like evened out, if you will, with those. So and then you got to Pacific Coast Highway was the second to last song on the record. Like, oh, okay, cool. And which is a good track too. It ended a lot quicker than I thought it was. At only a minute and 47 seconds long. But then you get to the last song on the record called "Summer's Gone," and there's a reason why I asked Mike if we could review this record now and not later. It's because we're here in the U.S. It's late August of 2025, and summer is almost gone. And I thought, I found out I mentioned this song "Summer's Gone" because it really was. It was brought to my attention that when Brian Wilson died, there was people all around the world, like famous musicians left and right, were saying, "Oh my God, so sorry to hear about Brian's loss, the loss of Brian Wilson, whatever, all this great stuff." And one of the people was actually Bruce Springsteen. Actually came out and said Brian Wilson was a genius. He was the leader of the Beach Boys, America's greatest band. He said something like, "Listen to this song, Summer's Gone," off their last record, and cry your eyes out and just weep. Farewell, maestro, whatever they called him. And I thought to myself, oh my God, he knows about this record. And I went back and listened to that one song, and then I went back and listened to the whole album, and I was like, oh my God, wow, that's really something. So it's funny. The track was co-written by John Bon Jovi. Apparently, I don't know if you knew that. That's kind of crazy too. But interesting choice of a song for John to chime in on. But no. But overall, I mean, Summer's Gone. It really is like I feel like it's a culmination of their career. Right? Like just it's all done. They are done making music. They're gonna tour till they drop, and that's what Brian did at least. And now they're going to, just enjoy the rest of their lives. Because the lyrics on "Summer's Gone" are really sad. It's like it's really emotional how like the summer's gone, it's gone away. It's a perfect end of summer song in general. And I thought, why not pay a tribute to Brian Wilson that way by listening to this album and reviewing this? So that's kind of where I'm at with this record. But so basically, the first two songs on the record That's My God Made the Radio and Isn't It Time are those are really good tracks overall. I'm saying about a 7, maybe an 8 on both of them. And then the rest of there's a lot of 7s on the bottom here. Like it's from tracks 4 to Pacific Coast Highway, about like the 6s or 7s, which are really good. Don't get me wrong; they're not as memorable as the first couple. But and Summer's Gone is like a 10 out of 10. It's just it hit me more now after he died than if he was still alive. If that makes sense. So